Hi all, welcome to Sapphire Future Academy. Today we are going to discuss about the topic acid, bases and salt. In this session we are going to discuss some questions related to the topic acid, base and salt. Before moving to the question discussion, let's revise. What is acid, bases and salt? Acids have sour taste and it changes blue litmus to red, and in the phenolphthalein solution acid have colorless, and acid is corrosive in nature. What about in case of bases? Bases have bitter taste, it changes red litmus to blue. In a phenolphthalein solution it changes into pink color. And what are the reactions of acids and bases? Acids and bases react with metal to give salt and hydrogen gas. Most of the acids react with metal to give salt and hydrogen gas. Acid with metal gives salt and hydrogen gas. Also, acid react with carbonates or bicarbonates, to give salt, carbon dioxide and water. Most of the acids react with carbonates or bicarbonates. For example of bicarbonate, that is, or carbonate, sodium carbonate react with HCl to give sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. And metal sodium react with acid to give sodium chloride and hydrogen. We can check the presence of hydrogen. How? Bringing a burning matchstick near the mouth of the test tube, it will burn with a pop sound. The matchstick will burn with a pop sound. So, also, what do you mean by salt? Acid react with base to give salt and water. For example, NaOH is a base, HCl is an acid, it will combine to give NaCl and water. This reaction is called neutralization reaction. Acid and base combine to form salt and water. This reaction is called neutralization reaction. But based on the nature of acid or the strength of acid, we can predict the nature of, based on the strength of acid or base, we can predict the nature of the salt. Before that, the reaction, that is sodium hydroxide, is react with HCl to give sodium chloride and water. Okay. The strength of acid or base, this is base, right? This is acid. The strength of base or acid we can check or predict the based on pH. pH is, that is a scale from 0 to 14. The measurement is 0 to 14. In between there is 7. Below 7 that is acidic. More than 7 it is basic, and 7 it is neutral. Okay. See, for example, pH equal to 1, pH equal to 4. Which is strong? Which one is strong? This one is strong. pH 1 is strong, pH 4 is weak or less acidic. And also, what about in case of base? pH equal to 9, pH equal to 11, which is strong, more strong, that is pH equal to 11. More pH, more than 7, that is basic, no. Less than 7 is acidic and the 7 is neutral. So based on the strength of acids or base, we can predict the nature of what? Salt. For example, the sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, etc. are strong bases. Okay. Then ammonium hydroxide, it is a weak base. That is a weak base. Then HCl, H2SO4, HNO3, etc. are strong acid. But oxalic acid, CH3COH, acetic acid, most of the organic acids are weak acid. Weak acids. Okay. See, for example, when this is a salt, ammonium chloride. From the formula of salt, we can predict the acid, which is the acid and which is the base. Ammonium chloride, right? So, base is ammonium hydroxide. This is the basic part. That part is coming from base and this part is coming from acid. So, HCl. So, ammonium chloride, acid and base are ammonium hydroxide and HCl. Then Na2SO4. See, this salt is formed from weak base and strong acid. The salt is formed from weak base and strong acid. So, the salt is acidic in nature because complete neutralization is not take place there. So, this is a acidic salt. Acidic salt. When complete neutralization takes place, that is a neutral salt. Definitely. But here, ammonium hydroxide is weak and HCl is strong. So, the salt is what? Acidic in nature. Then, what about in case of sodium sulfate? This part is coming from where? Base, and this one is coming from acid. So, NaOH and sulfuric acid. NaOH, that is the base here. Sulfuric acid is the acid. Both are strong. NaOH is a strong base. H2SO4 is also a strong acid. So, complete neutralization takes place and this is a neutral salt. Neutral salt. Okay. Then, next one, another example is Na2CO3. Na2CO3. Sodium is this part is coming from base and this one is acid. NaOH and H2CO3. Okay. NaOH and H2CO3. Strong base. Then weak acid. Weak acid. Okay. Here the salt is coming from strong base and weak acid. So this is basic in nature. Basic nature. The salt is basic nature. Then after that, the next concept included in that chapter is some salts. For example, sodium chloride, sodium hydroxide, Na2CO3 dot 10H2O, then NaHCO3, NaCaSO4 dot 2H2O, CaSO4 dot half H2O. Sodium hydroxide. Sodium chloride is obtained from evaporation of seawater. Evaporation of seawater. This one, electrolysis of brine solution produce. Electrolysis of brine solution. What is brine solution? Aqueous solution of sodium chloride. Aqueous solution of sodium chloride produce oxygen, then hydrogen, chlorine and sodium hydroxide. Sodium, aqueous solution of brine solution produce. These are the products. Hydrogen is liberated at cathode, chlorine is at anode, and NaOH remain the solution. Electrolysis of brine solution produce sodium hydroxide. Then Na2CO3 10H2 is what? Washing soda. Washing soda. NaHCO3, that is baking soda. Then next CSO1.2H2O, that is gypsum. Gypsum, important ingredient in cement. This gypsum on strong heating at 373 Kelvin, that is 100 degrees Celsius, to give CSO4 dot half H2O, that is called a plaster of Paris. CSO4 dot half H2O, that is called a plaster of Paris. On strong heating, CaSO4 dot 2H2O on strong heating at 373 Kelvin temperature to give CaSO4 dot half H2O. Gypsum, this is gypsum, this one is plaster of Paris. Okay, these are the topics included in the chapter acid, base and salt. Let's move to the question. Question number 1. First question. Which one of the following salts does not contain water of crystallization? What do you mean by water of crystallization? Some salts can have a capacity to hold particular number of water molecule. Some salt have a capacity to hold particular number of water molecule, that is called water of crystallization. Example, CuSO4 dot 5H2O. This is called a copper sulfate, called a blue vitriol. Then Na2CO3 dot 10H2O, blue color. This salt have blue color. Na2CO3 dot 10H2O is washing soda. Na2CO3 can have a capacity to hold 10 water molecule. Then gypsum, CaSO4 dot 2H2O, this is gypsum. Baking soda, that is NaHCO3, does not contain what? Water of crystallization. Baking soda, option B, that is answer. Then next one, in terms of acidic strength, which one of the following is in the correct increasing order? Based on acidic strength, HCl is a strong acid. Here given water is given, then acetic acid is given, water is given, acetic acid is given, CH3COOH, then HCl is given. More strength, that is HCl, because that is a mineral acid. Then CH3COOH, then only water. So the option is A now. Option is A. Then next, third one, what is formed when zinc react with the sodium hydroxide? Metal react with the base to give salt and hydrogen gas. sodium react with what? Sodium react with, zinc react with NaOH to give Na2ZnO2, sodium zincate and hydrogen gas. Sodium zincate and hydrogen gas. Option B. Then next one, third one, tomato is a natural source of which acid? Tomato is a natural source of which acid? Acetic acid. Acetic acid contain vinegar. Vinegar contain acetic acid. Then citric acid. Orange or grape contain citric acid. Then tartaric acid. Tamarind. Tamarind contain tartaric acid. Then tomato. Tomato contain oxalic acid. That is an organic acid, weak acid. Then next, fifth one, brine is an. Already discussed what is brine. Brine is the aqueous solution of sodium chloride. Aqueous solution of sodium chloride. Aqueous solution of sodium chloride produce sodium hydroxide, chlorine and hydrogen gas. These are the three products. Option aqueous solution of sodium chloride, option C. Then next, Na2CO3.10H2O is, that is washing soda. Na2CO3.10H2O is washing soda, option A. Then seventh one, at what temperature is gypsum heated to form plaster of Paris? Gypsum is CaSO4.2H2O. CaSO4.2H2O. It is on strong heating at 373 Kelvin to give CaSO4.5H2O. This is called plus 1.5 H2O. Plus 1.5 H2O. Plus 1.5 H2O. Okay. So this is called what? Plaster of Paris. So 100 degree, 373 Kelvin means 100 degrees Celsius. Then next, eighth one, how many water molecules does hydrated calcium sulfate contain? Hydrated calcium sulfate means CaSO4.2H2O. 2H2O. Okay, 2 water molecule only. Then next one, which of the following is a strong acid? HCl pH1. HCl is a strong acid, pH1. That is actually very strong acid. Then second one, CH3COH, that is a weak acid. Lemon juice also weak acid. Pure milk, pH6. pH1, HCl, which pH1, that is strong acid. Then next one, 10th one, pH value less than 7 indicates that the solution is, pH less than 7 means pH scale, the reading from 0 to 14. 7 it is neutral. 7 neutral, less than 7 acidic, more than 7 basic. So option is A, acidic. Then next one, which of the following is a neutral salt? Salts are formed from acids and bases, right? So ammonium chloride, acid is what? Base is ammonium hydroxide and the acid is HCl. This is an acidic salt. This is an acidic salt. What about CH3CONH4? Acid is CH3COOH and the base is what? Ammonia hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide. NH4OH. Both are weak. So complete neutralization takes place. So that is a weak, that is a neutral salt. Then CH3CONA is what? CH3CONA. Sodium acetate. Acid is CH3COOH and the base is NaOH. This is strong base. This is strong acid. So this is a basic salt. Na2CO3. What about Na2CO3? Na2CO3 is obtained from base, that is sodium hydroxide, carbonic acid. H2CO3 is a weak acid. NaOH is a strong base. So the salt is basic in nature. So this is acidic. This is neutral. This is basic. This one also basic. Both acid and base are weak. Okay. Then next one, farmers neutralize the effect of acidity on the soil by adding. Here acidity, we can remove the acidity or reduce the acidity. How? Slaked lime is CaOH twice. Gypsum is CaSO4.2H2O. Caustic soda is sodium hydroxide. Baking soda is NaHCO3. We can remove the acidity or neutralize the acidity using a basic substance. Slaked lime is calcium hydroxide. Calcium is a metal. Metallic oxides are basic in nature. That is why we can add CaOH twice. Okay, CaOH twice is obtained from CaO. CaO plus water gives CaOH twice. Add slaked lime into soil for neutralizing the acidity. Ca is a metal. Calcium is a metal. Metallic oxides are basic in nature. So this metallic oxide, calcium oxide, react to the water to give CaOH twice. That is called slaked lime. So we can use a slaked lime for the neutralization of soil. Then last one, which of the following are present in a dilute aqueous solution of hydrochloric acid? Dilute aqueous solution of hydrochloric acid, HCl plus water to give what happen? HCl is broken down into H plus and Cl minus. Water is H plus and OH minus. So the product is H3O plus and Cl minus. H3O plus and Cl minus. This water capture the H plus. So it is, finally it will become H3O plus and Cl minus. So this all some questions we discussed now. So let's wind up the session. Thank you and all the best.